Hello and welcome to the next Photoshop Tools crash course lesson. Last time we talked about the eraser tool, and today we're going to be talking about the paint bucket and the gradient tools. So the hotkey for tonight is letter G, and you remember Sesame Street, anyone? So tonight we're going to be talking about letter G, the keyboard shortcut, and that will bring up the gradient tool or the paint bucket tool. So first let's talk about the paint bucket tool. It's basically a quick way to paint an entire section a certain color. So right here, let's get rid of this blue box that I added. If we have our image selected and we choose a color, so let's choose blue, I can click on the image for where there's a color and it will try to paint that entire area, that entire red area blue. So say I select this white, it painted everything that was white, that exact same white color, blue. Again, you can change the tolerance, so bring it up to 100, and that might paint a little bit more, or if it's down at 10, it'll be very specific to whatever color you select to paint. And again, you can just change the color with the color selector up here. So I added this shape here, and this is where you'll use this paint bucket more because you won't really be painting in an entire wall or something or like item within an image unless it's one solid color. But this square right here, this is where our title is going to go. This I want to change to red, so I just have this square selected or rectangle, go ahead and click, and it changes it to red. So it's a very, very quick way to change the color of shapes on your image, and that's one of the main uses that I use the paint bucket tool for. The gradient tool will allow you to add a gradient to your item. So up here, when you have gradient selected, you have all these preset gradients. You can also create new gradients by clicking on the actual color gradient right here, and then you double click these colors, the little arrows squares down here, and you can change it to whatever you want. So that changed this gradient into a green, yellow, blue gradient. I don't know what country's flag that is. But then for whatever layer you have selected, you just click and drag wherever you want your gradient to go. So it will, for this one, and that's the one thing about this gradient tool, because this shape isn't just the size of this shape. This shape is actually this entire, it's the size of this entire layer. So let's go ahead and make a selection. So we're going to go down here, we're going to make this selection of, let me go back, I have the feather on. I don't want that feather on, I want 0 feather. So with the marquee selector tool, I'm going to select this rectangle, and then I'm going to go back to the gradient tool and fill in that this selection with a gradient. Even within this photo, it's not like the paint bucket tool where it will just add in gradient to a specific color. You just do this. Oh, I still have that that selection, that little rectangle on the bottom selected. So to get rid of that selection, a quick way is just to click on the marquee tool and just click once outside of that selection. So go back to gradient, you add a gradient to this image, and it actually covers the entire image. So unless you have a small selection selected, then make sure that you are, or if your shape isn't as big as the entire composition, make sure your gradient will cover the entire image. So just make sure you have whatever you want, wherever you want a gradient, you have that spot selected with the marquee tool. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. If you have any questions, comments, thoughts, or praise, or anything else, please let me know. And until next time, have a great day. Bye.